begin to reflect on our successes from 2020. You can either continue with this circular movement or you can find stillness. It's your choice. And you can either reflect in your mind or you can use that paper and pen or whatever you have nearby to write down your successes of 2020. These don't have to be, big achievements or accomplishments. They can be simple things. The success of staying healthy, success of transitioning to a different way of living or working than we might have been used to. So just beginning to list for yourself, either in your mind or by writing down all of your successes from 2020. And if you're starting to run out of things that feel like successes to you, or just being able to think of new or more things that you are successful at this year, just see if you can challenge yourself and to think a little more broadly about this idea of success and what it means to have a success. See if you can think of a few more things. If you'd like, you can continue to reflect on this, or you can move to our next reflection. So for any of these, even if I move on and guide you to the next step or the next place that we're going together, you are always welcome to linger and stay with whatever feels right for you, or you can also come back to this later this evening on your own. So the next reflection that I'll invite you to think about is any challenges or obstacles that you may have faced in 2020. Of course, there are many collective obstacles this year, and there may have been personal ones for you. So just taking a few minutes to reflect and think about what was hard, what was challenging, and these challenges you may have been able to overcome. They may have actually turned into your successes, or they may be things that are still challenging you, and that's okay too. So without judgment, without wishing things were any other way, Just taking a few minutes to reflect on those challenges and obstacles that you faced this year. Again, as you reflect, there can be the tendency to judge or criticize yourself or others for which things were different. So if you can avoid that and just, in an almost objective sense, as objective as you can be when things are personal, just observing what was challenging, what was difficult, what was an obstacle for you. Again, we're not trying to change anything. We're not trying to solve any problems, just bringing awareness. Sometimes when we face challenges, one of the things that can come out of it is that we learn some lessons. So as you continue to think about challenges or think back to your successes, you can also begin to think to yourself, reflect on what lessons you learned. What was the moral of your story this year? The thing that you learned from your experiences, whether they were good or bad, wanted or unwanted. Just beginning to reflect on those lessons that you now have, that wisdom that you gained, that you'll be able to take with you into this new year. So again, either just reflecting in your mind or writing down some of those lessons learned. Now, as we begin to leave 2020 behind, and of course, taking along those lessons learned so that we move into the new year wiser, better able to handle challenges and obstacles that may come our way. Begin to ask yourself, how do I want to feel in the new year? So just beginning to brainstorm. It can be as many words as you want, how you want to feel in the year ahead. And I'll just give you a few adjectives to get you started. These may resonate for you or they may not. Perhaps you may want to feel abundant or happy, content, or safe. So either writing down whatever comes to your mind or just reflecting in your mind of all the ways you would like to feel in 2021. And if there's one particular word that really stands out for you above the rest, just keep that in mind. If you wrote down some different feelings, you might circle that one. If there's not just one, that's okay. We'll begin to use that feeling or these feelings that you've brainstormed as we begin to craft our intentions for 2021. In the yogic tradition, an intention is different than a resolution or a goal. Right? We're not trying to achieve something or do something in particular or be something that we're not. Yoga, the practice of yoga reminds us that we are already whole, perfect and complete, just as we are. The purpose of an intention is to bring forth from within you qualities that you already possess, sort of like a flower, right? You have a seed, and then that begins to grow, until the flower blossoms. But the flower doesn't just come out of nowhere, right? It's already a program to turn into a flower, right? It's already programmed into that seed. It's already inside. So everything that you set an intention for or wish for or want to manifest, the more we can remember that it's already there inside of us, right? It's not somewhere outside that we have to, become someone else or achieve something else. It's already there. All we need to do is focus our minds and our intention, right? Because when our focus is single pointed, right, then we are more able, right, to manifest that quality within ourselves. So that's what we'll begin to craft, is an intention. An intention is sort of similar to an affirmation. Sometimes we repeat affirmations in yoga. You want it to be in the present tense. So instead of, what we might think of as a traditional New Year's resolution, like I want to lose weight, or I want to lose 10 pounds, or I want to exercise more. Instead of something like that, which again is trying to turn us into something else or comes from a place of feeling a lack of something, you might create an intention. I am in perfect health, or my body is perfect as it is, or I eat and move my body in ways to support my health. So, whatever it is, right, you're crafting it, as you can tell from those examples, in the present tense, as though it's already something that is part of you, because it is, with sort of in the positive versus the negative, right? Like you wouldn't say, I'm not uh, going to, I'm not going to drink soda, or I'm not going to eat unhealthy things, because our minds don't really have the capability of taking in the negative. So then we focus on that thing that we actually don't want. So we're focusing on manifesting these qualities that are inside of us, but that which maybe are not being expressed by us fully. And so we want it to be in the present tense, so our mind starts to grab onto the fact that we already are these things, or are already doing these things. And I'll give you a few other examples, and then I'll get quiet so that you can get quiet. Begin to think what intention feels right for you. So another example of an intention might be, my heart is open to new possibilities. I am filled with abundance. I am the embodiment of loving kindness. I am in perfect health. I can see all things with clarity. I accomplish whatever I wish to do easily and effortlessly. I am powerful, capable, and strong. I am loving to myself and others. So if you liked any of those, you're welcome to use them. You can just write it down, and then you have your intention. If none of those feels quite right, just taking a little while, and you can go back to that list of adjectives to help you to really think about, where do you want your focus to be in 2021? What is your guiding intention, your guiding focus? What do you want to bring forth from within you this year? So taking a few more minutes to just think to yourself of what that might be. And if you already have your intention, just silently start to repeat it to yourself. If you're thinking about what that is, give yourself more time to uncover and craft that intention. And if you really can't think of one during this practice, feel free to either stay on or email me after, and I can help you to sort of formulate some of your ideas into an intention. So taking just a bit longer. Notice what it is you would like to manifest this year, you would like to call forth from inside of you to express in the world. Whenever you have found that intention, just bringing your hands to your heart, silently repeating this intention to yourself. We will begin to move on. So if you haven't found an intention, maybe just pick one of those words for now, those feeling words that you can silently repeat to yourself, and you can craft your intention later. And the last thing we'll do before we begin to move, and we will begin to move shortly, is use a sacred mantra to help us remove any obstacles that may be on our way or on our path, right, that may keep us from being able to manifest these intentions. And this mantra is also associated with new and auspicious beginnings. And of course, the new year is the brand new beginning. So this is the mantra that we practice, right, when we're starting something new. We want to remove any obstacles. I'll type it in the chat if you want to be able to visually see this or see the words. It's Om Gam Ganapataye. We'll repeat it together 108 times. We're going to do it fast, so since you're all on mute, you can just follow with me. We'll do it quickly so that we can bring this energy into our hearts, our minds, and our bodies, and then be able to embody these intentions through our either join with me or just listen. Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye 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 Namaha.